Hey guys, what's going on? It is lividfray. Hope you guys are all doing very well today, and I hope you guys are enjoying the global event so far. Today's video is going to be based around survival and how you can utilize survival to help boost your leaderboard placement for the global event leaderboards. I also want to assure you guys that just because the global event is happening right now, that doesn't mean that you can't earn any global event credits in survival. Survival is actually a really unique tool that you guys can utilize to get yourselves higher on the global event leaderboards, and I'm going to show you exactly how in today's video. For those of you who aren't exactly sure what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the global event leaderboards, if you visit the global event lobby inside the terminal, there will be a leaderboard in the back right corner. For the first couple days on PC, this was not working properly. All leaderboards were actually offline, but they managed to get that fixed, so they're all working now. They are now calculating data. So with all of that being said, what is the absolute best way to earn global event credits inside survival? The only answer to this is from survival caches. There are two different methods to receiving survival caches in the survival game mode, one of them being achieving the master rank score. You can achieve master just by getting over 10,000 points in that survival match. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but I think the most effective way really is just by eliminating NPCs. You'll get it passively just by entering the dark zone, crafting your virus filter or the flare gun, etc. Especially your antivirals, you'll receive a good chunk of points just for extracting with your antivirals, but eliminating NPCs is going to be the most effective way to reach that high of a number of 10k. The points for eliminating NPCs is going to range anywhere between 10 and 90 depending on if it's a normal, veteran, or an elite. All of the bosses are worth 150 points per kill, and then you will receive points of course for defeating your hunters, and if you can manage to kill all of the hunters at all extractions, you'll earn more points for that as well. The other method for receiving survival caches is just by eliminating bosses inside the dark zone in survival and then extracting with them. You can hold up to 6 of them at a time, so if you manage to extract 6 survival caches and achieve master, you can leave survival with a total of 8 survival caches. So you're probably thinking, okay, I'm going to extract 6 survival caches and get 2 more from the master rank. How many points am I actually getting for that? Well, each survival cache that you open is going to have a total of 170 global event credits. I know exactly what you're thinking. That's not very much. Why would I spend all that time in survival just to receive 170 credits? What a lot of people don't understand though is that the survival caches don't count towards your GE count until the survival caches are actually open. This means that you can stack up on as many survival caches that you can hold and open them at a later time. So theoretically, you guys could stack up as many survival caches as you possibly can, go out and do your favorite farming methods, whether that be dark zone bosses, open world bosses, HVTs, challenging missions, legendary speedruns, etc, etc. And then you can open up these survival caches within that same hour to achieve even more points. You have to consider that 8 survival caches times 170 GE credits is over 1300 GE credits, adding on to your score of your favorite farming method as well. And you guys would be extremely surprised just to see how much of a difference 1300 credits can make in your leaderboard placement, especially on PC where the hackers are so out of control that they can easily kick you off the top of the leaderboard. And just to show you guys how strong this method can actually be, I'm going to give you guys some different scenarios based off of your guys' probably preferred methods for farming global event credits. I know there are a lot of you guys that prefer to speedrun Lexington Event Center on challenging difficulty. I definitely can't blame you guys because it's a really easy mission to do. It takes roughly 6 minutes or less with a value of 750 global event credits, and that's going to be without the global event bonus. And the Ray herself will drop 38 credits for a total of 788 credits in an average of 6 minutes. That's definitely not that bad. You can run Lexington roughly 10 times in an hour, and if the mission is completed around 6 minutes each run, you'll receive 7,880 global event credits within an hour if you manage to complete the mission 10 times. Opening up survival caches in between the missions here and there, or just adding it on to the end or the beginning of your timer, is definitely going to boost that score depending on how many survival caches that you have saved. If you've been to the Dark Zone this week, you can see that it's been really active with players. Bosses inside the open world and inside the Dark Zone drop 150 credits, so both of these methods are preferred by a lot of players. You can earn an average of 5,400 global event credits by killing bosses within an hour. The open world bosses themselves alone drop 2,250 global event credits, and that boss run takes roughly 20-30 minutes to take out. That includes fast travel time, the methods that you use to take them out, the builds that you use, and your overall speed. You can utilize the security link to help you get to and from bosses from fast travel locations much quicker. The Dark Zone bosses, I like to recommend staying within areas where bosses are closer together on the map and easy to get to. Usually the best options for this are the contaminated underground subways, because usually there will be at least 2 cleaner bosses down there and they're relatively close together. Cleaners in general are just a really good idea to be taking out because they have a really low health pool. Then they're pretty weak in general. They're really easy to take out. They also have weak points to make it a lot easier. On top of the modifier, you can clear the cleaners on the map really easily. If you are inside the Dark Zone, always go for contaminated events and supply drops as they come, as long as they're not too far out of your way, because they always have bosses involved. And whenever you're at a point where your hour is running out, or if you're visiting safe houses in between boss runs, you can always stop and open some of your survival caches that you have stashed to add on to your score. And the last method that I'll go over for adding survival caches to supplement your credit farming options are HVTs, or high value targets. I did mention in the last video that HVTs are extremely beneficial to be doing, but I really want to emphasize them again because they are by far amongst some of the best methods for obtaining a lot of credits in a really short amount of time. I do recommend doing your weekly HVTs first, starting off with the most expensive one. These higher priced HVTs will have more boss spawns, which means more global event credits dropping on the floor. They only take a couple minutes to complete, and you can earn a total amount of 4,700 global event credits from the weekly HVTs alone. And if you add the daily HVTs, you're going to get 1,000 more for a total of 5,700 global event credits. Adding survival caches to this method, paired along with other farming methods that you really enjoy doing, is almost guaranteeing you a spot in tier 3 on the global event leaderboard. For this week's refresh, I ended up banking 21 survival caches, and I opened up all of these at the end of my team's Amherst speedrun. So in total, I am now on the tier 3 leaderboard at 23,000 points, which is crazy. I obviously owe this to my amazing teammates for helping me learn the Amherst speedrun and do it effectively with the modifier, and I'm still learning a lot, and I'm really gracious for all of their help. But if it weren't for those 21 survival caches giving me a total of over 3,000 points, I definitely would not have made it to the placement that I did. So hopefully this puts it into perspective just how much these survival caches can benefit your score. That's all I have for you guys today though. Hopefully this was informational. If you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them down below. Let me know what your favorite farming method has been so far for the global events, and let me know if you guys are still trying to get your happy masks. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.
Okay.
So I'll just call it. My skill was just not working at all.
I was just swapping to
Oh shit!
Is he right there?
He like came out of the door, yeah. That scared me. The other one's up top. So I guess he is close enough.
Yeah, that's what I
Not the other one over here.
Well, it's good.
They're all dead?
Yep.
Oh damn, the third one's back where you guys came from.
Yeah.
Excellent raid, gentlemen.